listening to the Video Game and Nerd Trivia Podcast with Tony D. Video Game and Nerd Trivia Podcast, your episodic dose of trivia covering all things video games and nerdy. Now, here's your host, Tony D.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Video Game and Nerd Trivia Podcast. On today's episode, we're going to be doing another Minisode. If this is your first time, the way it works is I'll ask you a question and then give you 5 seconds of silence and then tell you the answer. On Minisodes, we do 10 questions for the entire episode on one particular topic. Today's topic will be survival horror games, continuing to do the in-theme of Halloween and October and everything like that. So let's get right into it. Question 1. In this game, players control Special Agent Leon S. Kennedy on a mission to rescue the US President's daughter, Ashley Graham, who has been kidnapped by a religious cult in rural Spain. What game is this? This would be Resident Evil 4. Question 2. In this game, you play as James Sunderland, a man who is grieving the loss of his wife, who died 3 years ago of an unspecified illness. He has a letter which seems to have been sent to him by his dead wife, saying that she is waiting for him in this certain town that's super cloudy, where they once spent a vacation together in 2006. What game is this? This is Silent Hill 2. Question 3. On August 1839, a young man awakens in the dark and empty halls of the Brennenburg Castle in Prussia, with no memory of himself or his past. All he can remember is that his name is Daniel, and he lives in Mayfair, and that something or someone is hunting him. What game is this? This is Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Question 4. In this 2014 survival game, you face a relentless xenomorph while trying to survive on a space station. This is Alien Isolation. Question 5. In this 2013 survival horror game, you play as a freelance investigative journalist named Miles Upshur, who receives an anonymous email about inhumane experiments that are being conducted at Mount Massive Asylum, a private psychiatric hospital owned by the notoriously unethical Murkoff Corporation. What game is this? This is Outlast. Question 6. This game is set in the year 2508, a time when humanity has spread throughout the universe. Following near extinction of humans on Earth due to resource shortages, ships dubbed as planet crackers are being used to harvest resources from barren planets. What game is this? This is Dead Space. Question 7. In this game, while investigating the scene of a cruel murder, the detective Sebastian Castellanos is knocked unconscious by a mysterious and powerful force. When he awakens, he finds himself in a deranged world. What game is this? This is The Evil Within. Question 8. In this game, 8 friends are trapped together on a remote mountain retreat, and they aren't alone. Gripped by dread while tensions are running high, they must fight through their fear if they all hope to make it through the night in one piece. What game is this? This is Until Dawn. Question 9. In this game, as a lone survivor of a passenger jet crash, you find yourself in a mysterious forest, battling to stay alive against a society of cannibalistic mutants. You build, explore, and survive in this terrifying first-person survival horror simulator. What game is this? Released in 2014, this game is simply called The Forest. And finally, question 10. In 2017, Ethan Winters, a civilian with an unknown background, is drawn to a derelict plantation in Dovey, Louisiana, by a message from his wife Mia, who has been missing for the past 3 years. Exploring a seemingly abandoned guest house, Ethan finds Mia imprisoned in the basement. What game is this? This is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Alright, well that was just a quick episode, just 10 questions about survival horror games. I am planning to make another episode that's about 30 questions, more on like ghostly games or demonic games or other games that have horror elements in it. Again, thank you so much for listening, and if you like this podcast, please give us a rating on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It really helps with having more people discover this podcast. But until next time, trivia on.